And welcome on in, everybody, to Leagues 6 Demonic Pacts. And boy, have I got a plan for you. The plan is no plan. The plan is every decision that I make this league is going to be randomized. And the reason I wanted to do that is because in previous leagues, I did the thing where I planned and I, mapped out every action I was going to take. And I did exactly that plan. And I never deviated from it for a second. And then I got to my end goal and then I quit. Because it just wasn't interesting. I did the thing that I set out to do, and I got bored. So I'm hoping, now that we have some content to be created, that we can do League 6 completely randomly. Now, to boot, I have also not spoiled myself on this league whatsoever. The only thing I know two things for certain. One, well, I did know this, but our Tier 1 things, our Tier 1 relics, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called this time. Our Tier 1 choice, I loosely remember what they are. It was like Endless Harvest, a little production prodigy thing, and then and something else. I don't remember what it was. But I looked at those, and then I know that we have a skill tree. I have no clue what is on said skill tree. But because every decision is random, and I have knowledge of Path of Exile, which is exactly where they ripped this skill tree from seeing the little images that I've seen. I don't know what's on it. I have just seen images on people's thumbnails because like Foe and Double Shine and Cold One and everyone has been uploading their like leagues plan. I haven't watched any of it, which is sad. I can't support the creators, but I didn't want to spoil anything. So I'm hoping that me randomizing this won't be too bad and I don't get like a severely underpowered account. But the whole goal is going to be to still kill everything that we can kill, make sure we do every boss, make sure we do Blorva Radiant if we can do that within our randomized regions. Like, just make sure we can do all the hardest challenges that the league offers us, and of course, enjoy our time along the way. So the first thing that I need to do is get a wheel ready, because we are going to need a wheel. So let me go ahead and set that up. Okay, we have our wheel at the ready, right here. So, whenever we are approached with a decision, that is what we will be using. Let's get started. I know how to play leagues. I know what all the things are. We got our panel, we got our tasks. See a task list. That's the other. I have not looked at a task list either, so I don't have a route. I don't have any of that. Okay, relics. Yep. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna look forward, okay? I'm not even gonna look. 8 tiers, okay. 8 tiers, 3 different. Okay, cool. I don't want the info. I don't care about the info. It doesn't matter. The information doesn't matter until after I've selected. Okay. I can unlock a new relic. Am I supposed to do this now? Am I supposed to do this now? Alright, let's do it. We have Endless Harvest, Barbarian Gathering, and Abundance. Now, to explain my wheel in full. With every single choice that we have to make in this game, I will be putting it on this wheel. And to make sure that it's truly random, I will be adding as close to 100 as I can of each of those options. So right now we have 33 of each: Abundance, Barbarian Gathering, and Endless Harvest. And I'm going to shuffle them on the board, don't worry. And for getting to 100, the last thing we're going to add is my choice. For however many slots there are left, for instance, if we had like 6 choices, I think we would have to put them in 16 times, which would get us to like 94, and then I could put 6 my choice slides in there. So this is like a maybe I can fix it if I happen to land on the 1 in 100, right? So we're going to add a 1 singular my choice. We're going to make sure we shuffle up a few times to make sure we don't have too many repeats. That is looking good. And let's see what we spin for our first relic. Looking like abundance. Abundance it is. Okay. I don't know what abundance is. Let's find out. Abundance. Coins generated will be put into your inventory. All non-combat skills permanently boost by 10. Every time you receive an XP drop, you gain an additional 2 XP in the same skill. This is affected by the passive XP modifier. For every XP gained, gain 2 times as many coins. These can either go to your bank or inventory if there's room, which can be toggled above. That sounds pretty good. I'm kind of in. So it's like a mix of a couple of the things that we had before. All right, nice. Not only does completing tasks unlock relic, but certain tasks will also demonic pass. These tasks reward you with demonic pact points, which when spent give you combat bonuses and new combat effects. Open the packs menu with the demonic pass button in the leagues menu to see what powers await. This is the packs menu where you gain amount of pack points. So you can spend them here to unlock new abilities and increase your power. You see which tasks will give you pack points with filters. Each start, you have 1 free pact point. Spend this point to unlock the central pact now. Okay, so I don't have a choice here. I have to take rune regeneration. Okay. And it does look like I'm going to have a crazy pact thing. After this tutorial, you receive another free pact point to spend. We strongly recommend spending it in a style-specific pact linked to the central pact. Hey, buddy. I don't have a choice. You can spend points wherever you like, so take some time to explore the options available and choose wisely. No, I won't. Waboo! We have the wheel. Okay. So we have our 96 inputs. A lot of them are regenning runes, but we have our mix of the melee range regen runes. It's very likely we're going to get a regen runes here. But then, of course, we're going to add the 4 my choices. So let's make sure we add the 4 of those to get us to 100 inputs. Now, if you disagree with this, do let me know in the comments below if there's a better way to, you know, make this more interesting for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the my choices into the bin a few times. And let's see what we get. Come on, give me an actual node. Magic! Nice! Okay, I think that's actually big W. So what do we have? We didn't actually get one of the shitty nodes. So we go... Where's magic? This one? Whenever you regen runes, your magic level is boosted by 1 for 30 ticks. This boost cannot exceed 10 magic levels. And additional triggers reset the duration. I feel like that's worse. Am I crazy? That's not that good. That's kind of farts, but... We got magic, so we're going to the magic side. Apply. Yes. Alright, so now this gets interesting, right? Because we still have to put all of these on the wheel. So we can go here, 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 here. But now we can go here, 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 and here. And if we don't hit the magic side and we end up going this side, we're going to have a really whack-ass build. But that is what is going to make this so interesting. So let's go ahead and figure out what we can do here. I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing. I guess I'll talk to Yama and figure it out, huh? All right, so we just do stuff. We simply just do stuff. I saw that we can like train agility or something in here. Can I do that? How do I oh, I'm doing it. Do I go here? All right, I'll go over here. Boom. Okay. We got up to 16 agility there, 26 because of our little relic thingy. So let's go ahead and run around and figure something out. I guess I need to figure out where we can get a staff. I need to start like pickpocketing some dudes to like get some. Let me see. Let's pickpocket a citizen to probably do a task, right? Is that a task? Okay, huge. Let's go look at our task list. We need 74 tasks, 540 points. So we already did our first level 10. How do we hide? Incomplete. So we need to activate a prayer near an altar, attack a dummy, burn some food, burn some logs. So basically just do everything. Let's just do everything. That sounds good to me. Let's cut some trees. Let's do it all. There's an altar down here. I can go ahead and do that. And we're gonna have to figure out a way to get prayer XP. An easy way to do that is getting bone shards from these houses, and we can go turn them in. But the problem is you need 30 prayer to bless the wine. So that's not gonna be great. All right, we activated a prayer near an altar. Let's go cut a tree, burn a log, fletch it, all that kind of stuff. We need a knife. We need a chisel. We need to grab all of our crafting supplies. Not being routed is a little bit rough. I'm going to grab this small fishing net because I imagine we can use that. Let's chop down this tree. Kaboom. We chop down some tree. We're going to burn log. Is there a way to get a knife in Varlamore? I have no idea. Okay, we use the transport system. Good. There's apparently a knife spawn around here somewhere. Let's get a needle, chisel, spade, knife, fishing rod, pestle, and mortar. Beautiful. Okay. Basically have everything we need. All right, did the training dummy. Now I need to get my hands on some runes and some staff. Realizing I'm not utilizing my relic. I can just chop a couple trees, get to oak logs immediately, and we can just start going crazy. Who doesn't love a good day of chopping dead trees by the river? All right, we can already chop some willow logs now, and we reached a total level 100 there, which is great, and our first level 20, which is another big ol' milestone. 64 more tasks, 400 more points to a relic. I want to see if we can find some willow logs, or willow trees, rather, on Varlamore. All right, found some willow trees. An enchantment ritual event has spawned. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't think I can participate because I was not involved in the woodcutting when it spawned. But I'm imagining a forestry event is a task, so I'm going to sit around here and hope. All right, Auburn Vale has an axe shop, so we need to go find that. Where are you? Oh, huge. Okay, so we're going to buy... We have to chop something with a steel axe. We can already use a mithril axe, I think. So we're going to buy that too, because we have so much money. And that would count as equipping a mithril weapon. I don't know if we need an adamant weapon, but I might as well buy one since I'm here. Why not, right? So we need to chop with our steel axe first. Can we do that? Let's go see if we can do that really quick. I don't know if it defaults to the best axe you have. I guess I could drop it for a second. So let's do that. Let's drop the mithril axe right here, and let's chop one. Oh, it's using adamant already. God damn it. Drop that over here. Chop this with a steel axe, please. Okay, very good. So we chop some logs with steel axe, and then we completely skip mithril, but I guess it would count for a mithril weapon, which I think was a task, but we're already on adamant axe, which is huge. I guess I'm a woodcutter now. I think what I'm going to do right now is all of the oak log tasks. So we need to fletch 1,000 arrow shafts. We need to make like 25 oak stalks or something like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the next. All right, there's 1,000 arrow shafts, easy peasy, and then I believe we can go ahead and make some oak stalks now. And we just need to do 25 of these. And there is our first level 30 for 30 points as well. We are cruising. And there we are, 25 oak stalks. And now I think I would like to check if we have anything else we can do realistically. It wants us to do some willow unstrung, which we can do. We can do willow unstrung. That wouldn't be too terribly out of reach, right? 35 and 40. That's not terribly out of reach. If we stay here and do some longbows for a little bit, that'll be not too bad. So let me continue chopping this tree. And then I also wanted to look at chop. Chop 100 willow logs is a task. That's huge. Chop a tree in the Tolotli rainforest. We can go ahead and stop by and do that really quick as well, just to get another easy task done. Rune axe, we're going to have to go to the Enchanted Valley once we have our magic spells with us, which we're going to be doing fairly soon. And then all of the forestry events, I think, to a degree, are tasks as well. So we're going to stay here and fletch up to the willow longbow so we can get that task out of the way. So 40 fletching, and then we'll move on. All right, there's our willow shortbow unstrung, which means we can go ahead and move over to willow trees over in Alderan. But first, we're going to make a quick pit stop because I just realized we have Perilous Moons completed. All right, because we have Perilous Moons completed, we can just go ahead and enter Camp Tarum. And Camp Tarum has some crazy shops for us. So we're going to go ahead and stock up on some runes and some herb lore supplies. So we should be just about good on the runes for now. And let's buy like a few laws. And we shouldn't need too much else yet. We do need a staff at some point, but I don't think it's that important right now. I'll just be casting as I run. Well, let's go ahead and do this, and let's grab some water-filled vial packs and some Eye of Newt. And we already have the pestle and mortar, and that's all we need. Go ahead and do our willow log fletching. I guess let me bank all this stuff too, because I don't need it right now. Here we got a bird nest for 10 points. Nice. And an ent seed that we don't care about. We're not going to use that, I don't think. Okay, so we're going to be knocking out chop 100 willow logs on the way up to our fletch. The amount of willow longbow use that we need to do. And then we can also already do these maple logs. So we're pretty much at our next relic already, which is pretty nice. I also figured out there's a staff shop over in Auburn Vale, so we're going to go ahead and do that after we finish up these few tasks here. All right, and there's our first level 40, which is another 30 points as well, on our way up to fletching the 50 longbows. And we get our Rising Roots task for another 30 points, which is huge. I don't know if we're going to need this at all, but I guess I'll just go ahead and finish this out, because why not? Side note, bro, this is broken. I already have 130k. Anyone who didn't pick this relic, unlucky, bro. Haha, I have more money than you. I probably don't. I wonder what all the consensus is going to be on all the relics. I'm not going to know, but funny to think about, I suppose. All right, this should bring us to 50 longbows, but while I am fletching, we're going to get really close to being able to chop a yew tree. So I'm going to go to tasks here and see what we have. 100 yew logs is 80 points, which is a lot, but I don't think it should be necessary because we also need to do a bunch of the little baby tasks and just go ahead and get rid of those. Even if it takes us around the bend a little bit and it takes a bit of time, there's no way it's going to take longer than chopping 100 yew logs. So I'm just going to knock out a bunch of the little baby tasks so we can knock out the grand total as well. But this should be 50 willow longbows, which is another 30 points. Now, what I want to do is at least go get the maple trees done, but I think before that, I have another plan that I want to do. Let's go ahead and grab a elemental staff, and we're going to head over to the Enchanted Valley and fight the tree spirits to try to get a rune axe. It's going to be pretty crowded, I imagine, but we're going to see what we can do with it. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this is a little staff shop right here. We're going to have a Staff of Air, the classic, and we're going to wield it, and we're going to get a task completed for equipping an elemental staff. And I'm going to go ahead and put this bronze sword into the bin because we don't need that. We're going to withdraw all of our mind runes, water runes, and earth runes, just so we can get the maximum amount of XP. We're going to go ahead and store this, this, and this. We don't need that anymore. We'll keep our adamant axe, but let's go defensive cast on the wind strike, and let's try to make it over to our friendly neighborhood tree spirit. Bro, I just generated an air rune. I didn't realize that's how it worked. What the hell? Well, anyway, we're at our tree spirits. GLS. I need to go reread this relic again because I'm at 18 magic now. I don't know what's happening. Why am I hearted? I'm gonna go read it again. Let's read it again together. Or wait, it's not this, it's this. I thought it said it reset. Whenever your combat spells regenerate runes, your magic level is boosted by 1 for 30 ticks. This boost cannot exceed 10, and additional triggers reset the duration. Oh, okay. That's kind of sick, actually. Okay. Understood. I was sort of confused there. Boom. Didn't even take that long. Rune axe. Success. Okay, now we can go back to what we were doing, basically, and it's a good time because we need to get some food. So it's a beautiful time to go chop some maple trees. And since I home teleported and I did hit 5 defense, I'm going ahead and buying all of these random things to make sure I can do the thing. I'm going to equip a steel plate body so I can equip some steel armor and knock out that task for 30 points. Bada bing, bada boom. And I'm going to go run over to our maple trees. And because we got our rune axe, we should immediately get a task from chopping some logs with a rune axe. There we are. Nice 30 points. 100 points until the next relic. We're going to go ahead and chop however many of these. I forget. Chop 50. We're going to chop 50 maple logs. And that will maybe get us to 50 wood cutting, which would be another task. So we'll see. I will be here until 50 logs. All right, and there's our 50th maple log. 70 points. So let's just go run around and knock out a bunch of those random easy tasks so we can make good progress on both fronts. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a dog here. Does this count? It does. Feed a dog some bones. Boom. All right, and I know equip a Tyrus helm is one, so that is another task done. And then there's seagulls here. So let's go ahead and attack some seagulls because we need to bury a couple more bones, I think. Defeat a seagull. Boom. I think I need bones. Wait, seagulls don't drop bones? Really? That's tragic. Wait, they do. Is it not 100%? What the hell? Did I miss? Wait, there's a red dot next to me. Oh my god, they're under the floor. Jagex, we have clipping issue. What the hell is this? Bird death animations take an eternity, by the way. Okay, there we go. 6 bones buried. Let's see what else we can do. We can go run down and defeat a hill giant. Easy peasy. Let's do that and get our combat mastery. All right, beautiful. There's our hill giant kill. Let's go ahead and grab these big bones. Defeat a hill giant is 10 points. And we can also smash these into the ground. And let's go ahead and do our random demonic pact selection, shall we? Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different options. Oh boy. All right, so we have our 9 inputs. Let's go ahead and make this into a multiple closest to 100, and then we'll put my choices in, and we'll see how we do. Alrighty, everybody is in. Let's shuffle up and spin. Oh boy, this is where things can get a little bit squiggly. Let's see. Regen water? Okay. Okay, we're not bad so far. I just said all that without bringing the thingy back. This is what I was talking about. So, earth, defense levels boosted. Fire, you get damage increase by 1 per rune regenerate. Like, this is insane if I rolled fire. And then this is a prayer point per rune regenerated. Also very good. And this is a heal, which may come up. We'll see as well when we get Ice Brush as well. But shouldn't be too relevant. But maybe it lets me cheese some stuff, because you do regen fairly often. So we'll see. We just need to use like the max consumption of runes, which means we probably don't want to use a staff that has runes on it because we want to consume. Is that how that works, actually? Let me see. When they regenerate water runes. Okay. So we just want maximum water rune usage, and we don't want to use... I guess it doesn't matter if you use a staff, because I was still getting these when casting air spells, so it's fine. Okay, let's go do 2 quick tasks and get our relic. Okay, just bought a bunch of random meat to see if we can burn one of them, because that is going to be a task for us as well. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, there we go. We force burned some food. Perfect. And there we are. We stole some bread from the baker's stall. And we get to go ahead and choose our next relic. So we have Hotfoot, Friendly Forager, and Woodsman. Let's plug them in. All right, everybody's plugged in. Let's shuffle them up. And spin it. What are we getting? Woodsman? Woodsman. All right. I don't know what this is. Let us see what Woodsman is. Relic. Woodsman. What do we got? Traps harvest directly to bank. Logs chopped will be automatically burned. All items are processed at once while fletching. Stackable fletching items are capped at 10x the regular amount per action. Chopped logs are automatically burned, granting full fire making. Can be toggled. You also gain the following benefits to Hunter. 100% success rate on all actions. Attract animals faster. Traps always drop a random herb seed or tree seed when harvested. Rumors give double XP, and loot sacks will give double the amount of loot rolls. All loot from jarred implings will give an extra loot roll and be noted. Additionally, they will no longer break upon opening. And all whistles will not lose charge. Jeez, dude. Wait, this seems insane. Watch this be like the worst one, though. That'd be funny as hell. Kabam bam. We are a woodsman. Locked and loaded. Now, I need to figure out how exactly I can go about, like, figuring this out. Because since I don't have a route, because I don't know what I'm going to have, I don't know what the best thing for me to be doing is going to be now. I'm thinking we should probably get onto the rumors, because those will be insane. So maybe we go buy a bird snare from the guild and get started on hunting some stuff, I guess. I know there's copper longtail somewhere. So sure, that seems like a route that we could take. Okay, so I had to look it up. I thought we were at an impasse because I wouldn't have access to bird snare because we don't have the Isle of Souls by default. I can't go to Yanil, and I can't go to the Hunter's Guild because I don't have the level. So, thankfully, they added it here. So we can buy some traps and some snares from here, and we'll be good to go. All right, so over to the west here, we should have ourselves some copper wagtails to snare, which would be nice. It looks like we're just going to be task hunting. And I think I don't have any, like, direct gear upgrades. I haven't even seen anything about, like, the echo bosses or anything, so I don't know what I can do about that. I guess I'll find out later. I don't know. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I can't fail these now, right? So that's good. Well, we snared a bird. Pogging. Yeah, we can almost already go to the Jerboas, so this isn't going to be bad at all. All right, and there's 250 total for another 30 pointer. Not bad at all. All All right, there's 39. So we can go to the gerbos immediately. And I don't think we need these bird snares anymore. So later. Randomly stepped onto an entrail for points, Pog. Here we go, 30-point Jerboa. We'll stay here for a second and see how bad it is, and then we'll check out Pro. If I'm not mistaken, we cannot boost for Hunter Rumor, so we actually have to manually train all the way to 46, which is going to take a little bit, but not too long. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cruise out of here because it is taking a long time. There are a lot of people over there. We got to 53, which is a decent level to go ahead and head to Pro because we can do Essence and Blinks barehanded, but I'm going to get the butterfly net and see if this is any better. I'm sure it's equally as crowded, and I don't have snare, which is kind of annoying. I guess I can get bind, but that's not really enough to do anything with. So I'm just going to go check it out, and if it's bad, then we'll leave. But I think it should be pretty decent. I'm also trying to get XP as I run. Anything that I can attack, I just want to attack it, get XP while I'm going. But let's go ahead and head into Zenaris and check out Pro. Okay. So I want to see how this works. So I never lose my jar. And their drops are noted. But I also can't mark what I can and can't catch, which is kind of annoying. I think eclectics are 58. There's already a dragon right there. But all we can really do is hope for the best on essence and like earths and stuff like that. All the baby implings. All right, there's Ketchup Baby Impling, which we needed. And I just need to spam an Eclectic Spawn, which should be this guy. All right, and there's 50 Implings in Pro. Easy peasy. So we can get out of there with a Mithril Pickaxe. Anything else we want to take? Let's take some Oak Planks with us for construction. And it's probably all we realistically need from here. We can just go ahead and book it. We need one more level for rumors, but we can just go catch a couple of Jerboas and be good there as well. And I don't think we can home tele out of here, right? Let me see. Oh, we can. Okay, nice. So yeah, we're just going to home tele out of here. We're going to go catch a couple more Jerboas. We have 3 medium clues, which is huge. And we'll see if we can do these as well. Would be nice. Because I don't know if they locked our like steps to Varlamore. So I guess let me drop this, open this, and see if we can do it. We just need a spade. So I think this is possible. So let me go ahead and try to complete this and go pick up a spade really quick. Yep, so we already bricked on this, which means we need to drop this, open this, and see what we got. Stonecutter Outposts we can do. Okay, picked up a couple of thieving level because I saw that there was a farmer right here. So if you didn't know, there's a farmer to get you a little bit more XP off of the thieving grind. So I just wanted to do that really quick. I also switched over to our water spells so we can attack some mobs. And anytime we proc, we can go ahead and heal up on the run, which is nice. So we're going to heal up and train, and hopefully when we get the refund, we can heal for an HP as we go. Like that. Beautiful. And we're getting XP all the while. And we're immediately bricked by this emote again. And there's no easy way to get this, I don't think. So I'm just going to drop it and stay unlucky. We can do Metla again. If we could just chain Metla together, that would be so huge. It seems like there's only 3. Boom. There we go. Medium casket opened. U longbow is pretty huge, but we can't do anything with it yet, and we can't do anything with those Addy plate legs, but I think this might be a task to equip that. It's that or a U shortbow. I guess we'll see. Nothing too impressive, though, but we did get the 30 points from just doing the medium clue, which is mainly what I was after. Let's try and knock out some more tasks and get Karamja unlocked. Conveniently, we can run over here and get some fishing done. There's the shrimp. There's also permanent fires over here, which is really nice, so we can get the catch and cook a shrimp done really fast, but we're going to stay here and get some decent fishing XP, because I think we have to also catch anchovies, which we have in 1 level. All right, and there's the anchovy caught, which I believe means we can go ahead and dip out of here. I'm going to get to 20 fishing here, and then we'll dip out, which shouldn't take too long at all, and it should give us a decent amount of cooking XP. There we go. So we're done with that. We have 20 fishing because of the +10. The +10 is super useful, by the way. Kind of glad. I think that's would have been the one that I would have picked anyway. And we cooked 5 pieces of poop for 30 points. That's broken. Nice. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, when I was browsing around in the tasks, we do have to kill stuff with, like, a mace. Yeah, defeat 5 creatures with a mace. So I'm just going to go buy a mace really quick. That's 30 points, which is kind of insane. Let's just buy a little steel mace and go bop some things in the head, I guess. Just run over the seagulls and do that real quick. Alright, easiest 30 points I've done ever made in my life. Alright, we bought a house. Easy as. Free house. Not really, it was 1,000 points. 1,000 points. 1,000 coins. Now I'm going to buy raw food and cook it with an apron on. Cook that food with the apron on. Nice. I don't know if I actually have to restore the HP, but I saw this task. Okay, boom. We only have to eat it. Nice. Another free 30 points. And let's go run over to the Jerboas so we can get into the Hunter Guild. Skadoosh. We can do a rumor. Okay. Let's pick all these up, and let's go get one of those. I just entered a dark cave in Volamore for 30 points. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that was a thing. I was just like, what the fuck is this cave? I've never been in here. Free 30 points. OP. Alright, we got a Jerboa task. Let's go see what we can do. Another quick task, because you can get a torch from the Hunter Guild's shop. Dadoosh. Light a torch, and now we have a fire, or a light source. Easiest rumor I ever did. I caught 2. 2 and done. What's the XP drop on this? 41,000 XP, and I completed a rumor, and then my first level 50. Holy moly, matrimony. I'm gonna get another rumor. What's the next tier, by the way? First level 50 for another 30-pointer. First level for the Adept is at 57. Okay, so like one more rumor. What did I get? Jerboa again? I want to see what I get from this sack. Whoa. Stuff. Oh, wait, bone shards. That's huge. Another 2 and done rumor. Wait, I might be the GOAT. Oh, dude, 45k XP drop that time. Why was it more? I don't understand anything. Okay, one more and we can do Adept rumors, though. And we just go right back to Jerboas. Whoop! Okay, nice. We got more bone shards, which is really good. That might honestly just be 43 prayer already. Nice. We got it. And now we can do an Adept rumor because we are so adept now. And do we get scaled XP? 48,000 XP. I would not like another rumor because I would like to become an Adept. Where's my Adept? Whoop-a! We have to go do Pyrofox, but then we could do this. Whoop-a! Yes. And now we go back to the Embertail Jerboa because we're a beast. Loot sack! Okay, we got 800 bone shards. That's should be 4,000 XP for us. Multiplied by 8 is 32,000, so not quite to 43 prayer, but we're getting there. A few more of these and we should have our prayer situated, and then I think we can just fly through a bunch of combat stuff. This task should also get us our first level 60 skill, I believe, so that'll be another big chunk of points, and we'll be really close to that next relic. All right, there we go. We got our Jerboa tail. So let's pick everything up, and let's get back to that guild and pick ourselves up our first Adept sack. And I'm hoping what will happen is that we'll get a lot more bone shards. That's sort of all I'm after now is the bone shards because we need to get our prayer up, and it's probably the easiest way. I think the alternative method is going to be going to the blue dragons where the Amoxliatl's cave is, but we probably don't want to go there because it's going to be crowded. And this is probably the second best way of getting prayer XP that I know of off the top of the dome. But we should be getting our level 60 hunter here, which will take us to 24 tasks remaining, and then it's probably a 30-point task, so 180 points until the next relic as well, which is pretty large and in charge. I think we'll go ahead and try and turn in some of our bone shards, especially if we hit about 1,000. I think that'll be good. So let's go ahead and turn this in, which is 51.2k, and let's go ahead and get another rumor. Let's open this up. We didn't get any bone shards there, kind of unfortunate, but we did get these sun-kissed bones, so we can actually break those down with our chisel that we purchased earlier. Remember, whenever you're doing leagues, just buy everything, every tool that you can think of, just go ahead and buy it at the first shop that you see it at, so that you don't have to come back and do it later. So we can just go ahead and grab this and go ahead and break these all down. For some first crafting XP, we got 5 levels there, and we have 1,100 bone shards. So what we're going to go ahead and do is look for some wine that we can purchase, which I believe is over in Alderan. I just remembered we need 30 prayer. I found all my seeds, guys. Remember that thing where it was like when you claim your thing, you get seeds? I found them all. Okay. So we can get farming started as well. Since we have farming boosted to 11, we can already plant Guam. So we should probably get that started now that I think about it. So let's grab this Guam. Let's grab our compost. And let's go grab some pineapples and fill the compost bin so we can grab some super compost because that's probably a task. Guam's been planted. All right, defeat a buffalo for 10 points has been completed. This is also going to be tech if I need a boost for any of my magic spells to just go attack something and get that boost really quick. Let me see what else we can get accomplished here. Well, this is a goofy task. Turn off your run is a task, apparently. So that's nice. All right, so we're going to do the old song and dance of cry and all that stuff near a child or whatever. Cry near a child. We're going to go pet Renu. We're going to go, like, dance in the field or whatever. Let's go ahead and knock all these ones out that I just wouldn't know exist if I didn't go look at the task list. And let's just go down the task list of all the, like, super easy ones so we can get those out of the way and get this randomizer going, because I know that's what you're here for. Eat an onion. Pick a sweet corn. I gotta go milk a buffalo. That's way over there. Pet Zolo. Which one's Zolo? I only saw Matobo or whatever his name was. Ah, shit. I found the dog. Oh, the routing is so hard. Everyone else probably already planned this 4 weeks ago. Defeat a chicken for sure one. Nice. Where's the bird bath? I don't remember where it is. Actually, wait, I think I do. I was right next to it. Wahaha. 6 wheat, 6 cabbage, 6 potato. Bro. Oh, wait. I didn't say yes. Drank from it. Okay, did that one. I get it. 666. Funny, funny, funny. Rake a flower patch. I can do that. I stored my rake. I'm going to buy another one. I don't care. All right, rake the flower patch, and then I gotta go back to... No, I gotta go back to main Civitas, because I gotta salute to a statue. But I gotta milk a buffalo, too. Wait, is there an empty bucket here? Can I just get that real quick? Yes. Compost, empty. And milk the buffalo. So we'll milk the buffalo, we'll teleport and salute the statue, and then we're gonna be really close. Really, really close. There we are. Salute next to the statue. Bada bing, bada boom. I shouldn't have dropped my bucket. I needed to fill it up. Damn it. Damn it. Casually going to yoink this bowl of water. I'm going to empty this bowl of water. I'm going to fill it on the water pump to get my task. And then going to put it back on the barrel. And then nobody's going to be... Oh, what if I could put it back on the barrel? That'd be so funny, dude. Okay, we can go to a portmaster over here. Is there a portmaster over here? Okay, talk to the portmaster, and then... I don't know where a rat is, to be honest with you, in Civitas. Wait. There's supposed to be one around me somewhere. Any rat knowers? There's supposed to be one over here. What? Where? There's a rat over here? Oh my god. Got you. Whoop! Nice. Okay, we defeated a rat. And then since we're over here, we'll go talk to a gladiator in the Colosseum for our last task. I'm so sorry, whoever I just killed. Hello, gladiator. Kawam, bam. We have unlocked a tier 3 relic. Let's see what we roll. So, what do we have? We have Bank Heist, Evil Eye, and Map of Alacrity. Well, you know the drill. Let's put them on into the wheel. Let's get them as close to 100 as possible. Fill them in with my choice at the end. And see what we get. Alright, everybody is in. Everybody's nice and shuffled up. Let's send it. We get... What is that, Bank Heist? Nope. Map of Alacrity. What is this? Map of Alacrity. We're all on the bottom row, by the way. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Map of Alacrity. This item will allow you to teleport to agility shortcuts. You'll be sent to the less favorable side of the shortcut, or starting side of it if it's one way. Teleports can only be used if you meet all the requirements to reach their location. Shortcuts retain all their typical requirements. This item ignores wilderness teleport restrictions. The Map of Alacrity can be retrieved from the League's tutor in Yama's Lair if lost. And then we also get combat skills have a 1.5x multiplier. Bigger and badder Slayer unlocked is free. Slayer points are x5, and superior Slayer rates are increased to 1 in 50. So we can start slaying as well. So this seems like a dog shit thing, but we'll see if we can make it work. Because this is what we got. You must be within a bank or near league tutor. Oh, damn it. The classic. I'm not even going to look at what our other options were going to be because I'm going to be sad. I know I'm going to be sad if I look. So let's go ahead and take our map of Alacrity because that is what we rolled. Boom, bada bim. We can now teleport to agility shortcuts, which is interesting, but currently we only have Varlamore, which is, less good. Where does it even go? I have to go see where this goes. Oh. Oh, never mind. Oh, we have so many. Okay. This is fine. I don't fully know what we're going to be using this for just yet, but I think I am going to go ahead and go to the Talali Rainforest because we did have to, like, chop a tree down there or something. So I think if we do this, does this count? It does. Okay, so we chopped a tree in the Talatli Rainforest, which is good. I want to go ahead and get Karamja unlocked because I think next I want to focus on our combat stats. So I'm going to not task hunt after we get these next 5 in, but let's go ahead and get those quickly done so we can move on to getting our, whatever you call it, done. We gotta quickly sit near this cabbage for another task with the dogs. Travel to Alderaan via Fairy Ring. We can go ahead and knock that out as well. Should be pretty shrimple. All right, knock that out off the list. Turn any logs into a plank. That's easy enough. Map. Varlamore. Can we go? We can. We can go to Auburn Valley. Nice. So we can just yoink it on over to Auburn Vale without having to go through the home teleport now. Can we admire this for a task? Boom. Admire beautiful scenery. Then let's go ahead and chop a maple tree, turn it into a plank. Wait, we can't. Maple doesn't have a plank. Let's just chop this tree and then turn it into a plank. Oh my god, I automatically burned it. No! Hold on, let me go see if I can get anything out of my bank. There we go, mahogany log. Perfect. Make me a mahogany plank, sir. Very good. And we just need one more easy task. That is actually a pretty good thing that we can do. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the map. We're going to Varlamore, and we're going to go into the Talatli log balance, I want to say. Does this take us nearby? Yes. So this takes us near the gemstone crab, which we want to witness the gemstone crab dig for our final task. And while we're doing that, we're just going to go ahead and AFK all of our XP in magic. And I imagine we'll be spending a fair bit of time at the gemstone crab. And we also showed up at a perfect time. This thing should be going away very shortly. I wasn't recording any of that, was I? I don't know how long I had it paused. We got Karamja unlocked. We were checking out the teleportation spots around Karamja. Wasn't anything all that interesting, to be honest with you. But if we get our agility up over at the Brimhaven agility course, we could probably get the 56 agility and train at the red dragons. But I don't know if that's going to be the play either. We defeat another snake. I don't know what all my tasks are going to be on Karamja. I probably will have to sort it on the wiki. But for now, let's see if we can buy some Karams. Are these infinite supply? Okay, I have my food supply for the rest of the game, which is nice because I have a bajillion dollars for my tier 1 relic perk, which is great. I definitely have no qualms with that. I want to go see about this, if I can pay and just go down and start training agility now, because that would be very massive for us. We need to just immediately get this going. Well, I accidentally went back up the ladder, and if you go back up the ladder, you can't go back down for a minute. So instead of standing around, I'm just going to go see if we can beat some of the Tazars, because... Oh, wait, this is a task. Earth spell on the imp. Defeating an imp with an earth spell is task, so I was looking out for that. Make sure we get that down. I also want to see what other... Before we get too deep into combat, I want to see what we can do about our pacts, like our combat masteries. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. I bet maybe beating a lesser demon is a task. Let me go do that as well. All right, don't know if that was a task, but I wanted to get it out of the way just in case. Looks like it was not. Unfortunate. Let's see if beating a Tazar is a task. Probably have a bunch of mining I need to do as well. I guess I can just do this. Let's check the task list. And let's just type in Taz. Defeat a Tazar is 30 points and a pact point. Okay, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So let me make sure this is a melee guy, and we'll just go ahead and swing at you. And we'll walk over here. All right, so there we go. We defeated a Tazar, and we get our next demonic pact as well. So I think I can go ahead and do that over here, and I don't have to be in a bank. So let's go ahead and roll this. And it's going to be a doozy, because we get to add some accuracy in all combat styles. So it doesn't change too much from our last thing, but we will see. We'll see what we roll. Let me plug it all in. Also, before this happens, hopefully nobody has commented this, but if you have, I'm with you. This is regen 1, this is regen 2, this is regen 3. And I'm going to put that in so I'm not, like, forced choosing the one that I would, like, make sense, you know? I want it to be completely random. So regen 1, 2, 3. We're just going to go clockwise just like that. All right, we have got everybody entered in, and let's go ahead and shuffle up and send it. Where are we headed? It's going to be a regen. I feel it. It's going to be a regen. Air. Okay, we hit the air. Air is actually the interesting one because that was the one that let us do prayer. So we're going to lock in air, and that's just what we got. We're going to... Whenever we regen air runes, we have a 50% chance to restore a prayer point per rune regenerated. So we're going to apply that. We hit air. Yes, apply changes. So now we have our air or water option, and we're going to get to add another node of accuracy, and then maybe get into any of this shit, but we'll see. Looks like we're sticking to magic at least, which is good. I really thought we were going to go like all over the fucking place, but so far we're just sticking to magic, so. All right. I have no complaints yet. No complaints yet. All right, we just got our first ticket and voucher. Don't know if that's a task in and of itself, but it is. Receive an agility arena ticket is a task. Bada bing, bada boom. We have done the thing. And I guess I'm just going to... Oh, nope. I'm going to run over to the next one, and I'm just going to stay here until 56 agility, I think. I mean... That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this until 56 agility, and then we're going to go do some red dragons, I guess. Get some prayer up. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and leave the agility arena. Reason being, we should be able to turn in and claim 50 agility, which would get us access to the Colossal Worm course. Now, I want to double check and make sure I don't need to buy a Toad Flax or anything, or Snapdragon. This is a 400-point task. And it looks like these aren't. So I'm just going to claim my XP and be off to the races on the... Oh, we got 56. Perfect. Okay, so we don't even have to go do Colossal Course. We can go run over here, and we're going to do a bit of a Mondolio play, all right? If you see over here, I have 1,000,000 GP in my inventory. Reason being, I do have that Tier 1 relic, the Abundance relic, so it's just generating me a bunch of money. And we're going to go Wombo Combo over at Sanabachi, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get permanent access for 1,000,000 GP and enter for the first time. So it's going to be 230 points. Here is 1,000,000 coins. Boom. 200 points, and we're going to enter on in for our extra 30 points as well. Enter the Brimhaven Dungeon. And then we're going to quickly do this, go to Karamja, and go to the Red Dragon Stepping Stones. And we should be able to jump across these now, and hopefully find a safe spot. I've literally never killed red dragons here, but hopefully find a safe spot to do these, and we will simply claim ourselves some prayer XP. Looking like a scary path here. Baby dragon on me there. If I stand right here, maybe? Can I attack you? Alright, a bit spooky if this guy comes over here and decides to one-shot me, but, you know. Not like it's difficult for us to get back. We can go to the Sage. Well, that was a 30-point task just to bury one, and we got from 8 to 13 prayer, so this shouldn't take too terribly long to get ourselves up to 30 prayer. Okay, so I got 47 magic, which gives me access to Water Blast, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit if I can do this correctly. I want to go to Cam Tarum. This. Okay, nice. Rallis's Rise. So now we can just go right to Cam Tarum like this, which is our fastest way to get there until we build the bird thingy. We're going to buy some death runes here so I can speed up the process of our prayer a little bit. But it's basically 1 kill equals a prayer level right now, and I just need 4 more prayer levels. So this is not going to be that bad at all. And I can also drop off some stuff out of my inventory to get it a little less cluttered here. All right, so let's buy a bunch more water runes and a bunch of death runes. 10k per 50, just about. Yeah, I'm down. Let's just send like 500 at least. Speed this up a little bit, and then we'll buy 50 more water rune pack. And that should be good enough for now. And then let's go drop off a bunch of stuff in the bank that we don't need. And then we'll go right back to the red dragons because we can just do that. We're just broken because we have this this little map over here, map of Alacrity. Actually broken. If you're not using it, you're behind. Brain diff. I'm better. That's all I got. Was that anything? Oh, I can probably bank these box traps. I don't need those. I'll keep the axe, the knife. I probably don't need the tinderbox. I'm not burning anything. And that looks good to me. Let's head right on back to our red dragon stepping stones and go ahead and finish this out. So the next thing on the docket, considering we have the like infinite money, quote unquote, is we need to buy however many chaos runes it is and get the Karamja Easy Diary done so that we can buy all of the obsidian weaponry and equip it. So that means we'll need 60 attack, 60 defense, and 60 strength, which shouldn't be too bad to get since I'm doing defensive cast. So I'm probably going to take this all the way up to 60, and then we'll work on getting our actual melees up. But we can also go equip mithril and adamant armor, I think was a task. So definitely got to look into that and make sure I'm doing all those things, keeping up to date with that as well. All right, there's 30 prayers, so let's go cash in our bones now. Yeah, this is already one of the best relics you can pick. I can just get to anything I need. Ah, shit. That's not the wine that I wanted. Well, there's also one in Alderan, but we can grab a pickaxe while we're here, I guess. Little pickaxe upgrade. Not a big one, but something. And then we should just be able to get... Perfect. 5 jugs of wine, and let's try this on for size. Varlamore. Rallis Rise. And we're here. So now we can bless up our wine. We don't have Sunfire wine. We probably could have gotten it, but whatever. I think we need like 1 and 100 level. We can go get Sunfire wine, but it's fine. This should be a huge chunk of XP for us. Yeah, pretty gigantic chunks of XP, I would say. Yeah, we cashed all that in, and we're at 48 prayer. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Done skis. And we just activated all that. So what do we get? Combat level 50. Oh, we got a demonic pact point. And protect from melee, we got a demonic pact point. Oh, shit. Okay, okay, okay. Wait, everybody, hold on. We have 2 points. We have 2 random spins. Let's go.